Hi everyone. We are going to talk about management accounts in this video. Okay, so it is the duty of the developer to manage a strata development after the delivery of vacant possession before JMB or MC is established. Now, the next management body, okay, JMB or MC will be determined by the fact that whether delivery of vacant possession, is together with strata titles or not. So if the vacant possession is delivered before strata titles are issued, then JMB is the next management body. But if the vacant possession is delivered together with strata titles until they reach the 25%, the magic number, then MC is the next management body. So developer should set the standards for the next management body, the standards for the maintenance and management for the subsequent management body, be it the JMB or the MC. To ensure proper management and maintenance, the developer should ensure that the maintenance charges and sinking fund contribution levied on the strata owners will be sufficient to cover the maintenance and management expenses. Now, from this sentence, okay, it hints to you that there's two types of payments to be made, okay, on the strata property, which is the maintenance charges, 1, sinking fund contribution, 2. So you have charges, you have contribution. So charges connotes or hints at expenses that are general, daily operation, okay, maintenance charges. Contribution, it tells you that it is for a longer or a bigger expenditure, a longer term or a bigger expenditure. So that's why it's known as sinking fund. Okay? So these two types of payments, the maintenance charges, sinking fund contribution, must be sufficient to cover the maintenance and management expenses in order for the strata development to be properly managed. So it's the responsibility of the developer to ensure that. The second one is the developer should ensure that not only they determine adequate amount of payments, but also the levied amounts are collected and the collections are safely deposited in bank accounts. And finally, the developer also should ensure that the administrative office is set up. Okay, administrative office, the purpose in relation to management accounts is where all the financial records, all the accounts, all the files are kept. The receipts, the vouchers, the invoices. So 3 things. 1, the payments are levied. Okay, sufficient. The levied payments are sufficient to cover maintenance and management. Secondly, collections are safely deposited. Thirdly, administrative office for the purpose of financial records is set up. Now, setting up the management accounts. Now, under SMA, the management accounts must be set up by the developer during its management period. Okay, so the first party or the first management body to set up management accounts is the developer, since it's the first management body. Okay, in the order, it can be either developer, JMB, MC, or developer, MC, right? So it's always during the developer's management period that the management accounts are to be established first. Okay, established. Now, the duty for the developer to establish maintenance account is provided under Section 10. And the duty for the developer to establish sinking fund account is provided under Section 11. The accounts are to be opened with a bank or financial institution before the charges or contributions are collected. So before payments are made, the accounts must be ready first, must be created first, must be opened first. The developer will operate and maintain the accounts until the end of developer's management period. So it's the responsibility of the developer to operate the account, to update the account, to maintain the account until the end of the management period. Upon handing over, okay, the JMB or the MC will then determine and impose the charges and contribution, undertake collection and deposit the monies into respective accounts. So there will be a handover between the two management bodies, and after the handover is the responsibility of the next management body to undertake collection and deposit the monies into respective accounts. Now, so the first type of the management account just now that I mentioned, maintenance account under section 10. So what is it? What is the maintenance account? It's the savings account for payments of charges. And the developer shall deposit into the maintenance account the charges received from purchasers who bought the property on the sold units lah. On the sold parcel units, there will be charges paid by the purchasers. On the unsold parcel units, okay, the charges to be paid is by the developer. So you can see that there's two divisions or two categories of parcels. One sold, the other one unsold. So the sold parcels, the charges will be collected from purchasers, but for the unsold parcels, the payment will be collected, or they pay themselves. The developer will pay to the account themselves. The money in the maintenance account can only be used for the purpose of paying for general or regular maintenance and management expenditure. For example, paying for services, insurance, rents and rates, paying managing agents remuneration, paying for any expenses incurred in following orders by the local authority, local authority's order in regard to the common property, for instance, maybe to clear up nuisance on the common property. So all these expenses can be claimed or can be paid using the maintenance account. So the next account is the sinking fund account under section 11. The sinking fund account is the savings account for contribution to sinking fund, and into the account the developer shall deposit two things. One, the contribution received from purchasers. The other one, the contribution to be paid by the developer in respect of unsold parcels. So again, you can see there the division of charges of contribution. One from the sold properties, sold parcels. The other one is contribution from unsold parcels. So for sold parcels, it's the duty or it's the responsibility of the purchasers to pay the contribution. But for the unsold parcels, it's the contribution. The contribution should be paid by the developers. So you can see here the implication, of the current situation of strata property overhang in the major cities in Malaysia. So we can see if there's the current situation whereby the large number of strata property overhangs, whose responsibility is it to pay for the charges and contribution? It's the developer. So for developers, they will experience holding costs in terms of having to pay for these kind of things, charges, contributions. Not only that, assessment to the local authority is their responsibility. So the implication is big for unsold strata properties. Now, the money in the sinking fund account can only be used for the purpose of paying for capital expenditure. There's only three categories of capital expenditure allowed under section 11. So the first one is painting or repainting common property. So maybe they want to paint the external walls of the building, so can use that. So it depends, every 3 years or 5 years, sorry, 3 years or 5 years, depending on the quality of the paint used before. So for higher quality paints, maybe it can last longer. So maybe 5 years once. But depends. Maybe the management bodies, the JMB or the MC, they may feel that they want to beautify their strata scheme. So that's fine. But how to pay is from the sinking fund account. They must have anticipated the repainting punya exercise from the beginning. Then the second type of expenditure is the acquisition of any movable property for use in relation to the common property. So maybe for the swimming pool, they want to buy a new springboard, or they want to add another springboard, yang lompat-lompat tu kan, springboard. Or they may want to replace the pump, water pump lah, yang kat bawah tu, or whatever lah, acquisition of any movable property. Or maybe for their, sorry, for their gymnasium, okay, they want to purchase new, what do you call, new exercise equipment, new dumbbells, new, apa nama lagi, apa nama, ellipses ke whatever machines, exercise machines, okay, they can they can buy using sinking fund account. The last one is the renewal or replacement of any fixture or fitting comprised in any common property. Common property, a good example would be the lift car. So that needs to be replaced every 10 or 15 or 20 years, depending on the make, depending on the manufacturer's recommendation. So they based on the brand or based on the make of the lift, okay, maybe it's recommended that in 20 years time the lift cars are to be replaced together with the control panel or whatever. So money will be collected for the during the 20 years period, and then when it comes time to replace the lift car or control panel, then they can use the money from the sinking fund. Now, payment of charges and sinking fund contribution. So whose responsibility? It's under section 12. The purchasers shall pay charges and sinking fund contributions in respect of their parcels, and developers shall pay charges and sinking fund contributions in respect of unsold parcels in the strata development, as I explained before. And the amount of charges to be paid is proportionate to the allocated share units of each parcel. So now you can see from what we have learned before, kan? And we have come across this fact many times. So we now know that allocated share unit is the basis of the calculation of charges. Okay, is the share unit. Now, how to calculate the share unit, allocated share unit? It depends, or it is outlined under first schedule of SMA now. So SMA has brought upon a major improvement in terms of the determination of the share unit, okay, for each parcel. Now, what about sinking fund contribution? What's the rate? Is there a schedule in the SMA? No, it's a fixed rate. Okay, under section 12 sub 4, it says there, the amount of sinking fund contribution is at the rate of 10% of charges. So it's set out or it's expressed under section 12 sub 4 that the amount of sinking fund contribution is set at 10%. Now, what are the duties and powers of management bodies, okay, over accounts? For all management bodies, okay, the developer, the JMB, the MC just now, okay, for all management bodies, to open the maintenance and sinking fund accounts with a bank or financial institution, to prepare audited financial statements, okay, must call an independent auditor or must give their accounts to be audited, okay, every year, every financial year, to prepare, manage and maintain proper records for both accounts, including transaction records, balance sheet, profit and loss statements. Maintain proper records in their administrative office, the management office too. They must keep proper records in files or whatever. So maybe nowadays they can keep records electronically, okay, so the soft copy together with the hard copy as a security lah, extra security. To appoint an auditor to audit the accounts and to file the audited accounts to COB within 14 days from the audit date. Okay, auditor to audit the accounts. To transfer all account balance or account control, whichever relevant, to the next MC. So the account balance, meaning the money, okay, will be transferred to the next management body. Account control means you change lah the name of the nominee, like the name of the account holder from the developer, change it to the JMB, and then after that JMB change it to the MC. Okay, account control, who's in charge, who can sign the checks, okay, who can release the payments. For accounts handover, the current management body will transfer to the next management body all balances of monies, the management office, audited or unaudited accounts. In the case when the handover took place before the end of the financial year, kan? So tak sempat, there's no time to do to conduct audit on the account. So we have unaudited accounts, so must be handed over. And all invoices, receipts, and payment vouchers, the proof of payments. So that's all. Like I said, very short session. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Okay. Now, I feel free to explore more on this. Feel free to read more on the management accounts. Okay. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.